Hey, I thought for today I talk about comics because I've been reading a lot of them recently, and it's been quite a bit become a hobby of mine. I read most of them online through legal means, but I did get some recently, so I thought first I show those off. I got Here's the first one, Batman Arkham Asylum. I started reading this. I'm like, there's no page numbers, but I think I'm like 30, 40 pages in, maybe a little less. But I am really liking it so far. It's more of a horror take on Batman and those characters. The art's really great. Like, look at this gorgeous hand painted art. It's really good. I like how it makes the Joker look almost monstrous. And yeah, the more horror elements are really cool. I like that we got you get two storylines in here about Batman going into Arkham to try to stop a riot, and then about the history of the asylum. That's pretty cool. And then the next one is Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. I haven't read it yet, but I've been getting more into classic Batman. When I first started reading comics or reading more into comics recently, I read Year One, which is written by Frank Miller, also the author of Dark Knight Rises, which is his other classic Batman story. And I saw it and I was like, oh shit, I might as well get it. Because I also really loved Batman Year One. It's pretty great. The animated movie they did of it is really good too. I haven't read it yet, but I'm really excited to read it. This art is pretty cool. Really love the panels and how it flows between them just from looking at these pages up until then. And I'm really excited to read it and read my first ever old Batman story, which they do quite a bit. And then the last one was Wonder Woman. Uh, since I started comics, I've been reading a lot of Batman. I've read a little bit of Superman and Supergirl, and even a little bit of Punisher, but I have not read any Wonder Woman yet. And I saw this Wonder Woman Year One, which is her definitive modern origin story in the current DC verse, and I thought I might as well get it because it'd be a good introduction to the character for me. Because the only other piece of Wonder Woman media I've consumed was the movie when I saw it in theaters when I was a kid, so I don't really got much of an opinion on it. So this will serve as my first true introduction to the character, especially since she's really iconic. Excuse me. Oh, and also before I move on, I also really like the art in here. I'm just looking at it. It's very detailed and pretty. I really like how vibrant the colors are and stuff too. Definitely excited to read it. I was only at the comic store place that's nearby me for a little bit, so I didn't have enough time to grab a Marvel comic or anything. So otherwise, I probably would have done that. The only piece of Marvel media I've read so far is Punisher Year One and Archie's The Punisher. So I haven't read much besides that. Both of those are really good, by the way. But yeah, I guess I'll talk about some of the stuff I've been reading. Besides that, online and stuff. I'm almost done with this series called Gotham Central, which is pretty great. It's it's really underrated, but it's about the cops in Gotham City and their perspective on Batman and all these other Batman villains and stuff, and them just trying to do their life. I really like it. I like how it's a more grounded take on the Batman world, how well written these more obscure characters are, and the art is really good. It's got one of my favorite Joker stories in that series called Soft Targets, and it's just really good. I'm almost done with it too, and the action is really exciting, and how it's drawn, how it flows together. It's just really good overall. I read Superman, All Star Superman. It was my first Superman comic I've ever read, and I really liked it. The art is kind of ugly, but the story is really good and emotional, and it's definitely an interesting take on the character. I read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow before I saw the movie, and it was really good. It was really good. The art is really vibrant and gorgeous, and I like how it's more of a simple revenge story that's just used as an excuse to explore these cool alien creatures and planets and Supergirl lore and stuff like that. And it actually works as a really good introduction to the character because there's like a bit of an origin story in there. My biggest problem with that one though is that there's way too much words, which I know sounds kind of childish, but in a comic, visuals I feel like are important first and foremost and should tell the story. Like, it kind of gets ruined when I'm trying to look at these like great art and there's just like blocks and blocks of text. I know it's kind of a childish criticism, but that's just how I feel, and I feel like it gets worse as the series goes on. But it's still really good. Um, but yeah, though, that's some of the stuff I've been reading. Just a lot of Batman stuff in general, which I've been reading so much Batman stuff that could be an entire other video maybe. But like, probably my favorite, I guess my favorite story though, my favorite comic I've read so far of all these, getting into it, is Batman Long Halloween. That's probably the best Batman story I've consumed, in my opinion, like besides movies, TV shows, all that stuff. Like, it's probably the best. And it has a huge focus on my favorite Batman villain, Two-Face. It's just really good. I don't want to spoil it because you should go into it blind. It's a great story. And the way everything pays off at the end is pretty genius and horrifying in a way that only Batman really does best in terms of superhero comics, when it wants to get really dark and, stuff like that. But, yeah, I don't got much to say. But, yeah, I may make a video tomorrow talking about Supergirl because I do have thoughts on it, and that would be fun to do. Maybe every once in a while, do like a movie review or whatever. But yeah, I don't know, because I can do whatever I want on this account. That's the whole purpose of it. Um, but after tomorrow, maybe I'm gonna be gone. Yeah, after tomorrow, I'm gonna be gone. Like, for like next week or two, probably, because I'm going on a camping trip, last minute camping trip type of thing, which is annoying. But it is what it is. So I won't be online for a while. I mean, I already am not enough, but I did plan on posting more because I do really enjoy doing this. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.